Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we untangle the confusing world of corporate filings for you. Today we are looking at a little update from Starbucks, and while it might seem like a minor tweak, you'll learn why these changes can sometimes tell a bigger story about corporate goings. Before we dive in, if you love getting these clear insights, make sure you are subscribed and join our Discord community, linked in the description below. So normally when a company makes a big announcement, they file a Form 8. Think of it like a public bulletin board for really important stuff. Starbucks actually filed one a while back saying that their chief legal officer, Brad Lerman, would be stepping down. But this latest filing is an amendment, meaning they are going back to correct or add something to that original announcement. It's like realizing you forgot to include an important detail in your original message and sending out a clarification. The original report said Mr. Lerman would leave his role as EVP Chief Legal Officer at a date to be determined. This amendment clarifies that exact date. He officially stepped down from that main role at the close of business on the 14th of November 2025. Now, what's interesting here is that he is not just disappearing. The company says he will stick around in an advisory role to make sure everything transitions smoothly. This is a pretty common practice to ensure a smooth handover, especially for a critical role like Chief Legal Officer. It suggests a planned and not a sudden departure, which is usually a good sign for continuity. Now let's talk about why this matters beyond just knowing a name and a date. A Chief Legal Officer is a really important executive. They are in charge of all the company's legal affairs from contracts to compliance and any lawsuits. When someone in such a key position leaves or changes roles, it can signal shifts in the company's strategy or internal structure. Though this specific filing doesn't contain deep financial tables, it is part of the ongoing narrative for Starbucks. While we do not have the latest financial results right here, this leadership change happens against a backdrop of Starbucks navigating a dynamic market. We know that Starbucks has been actively working on strategies to boost sales and enhance customer experience, especially in key markets like China where they've faced increased competition. This type of executive movement can sometimes be a precursor to or result of new strategic directions. For example, if a new leadership team comes in, they might bring in their own legal counsel or change the legal department's focus. The fact that this is an amendment to a previous filing also tells us something. It means the initial filing might have been incomplete or the exact date of departure wasn't fully settled at that moment. Companies aim for precision in these SEC filings because they are public records, so this update shows diligence in finalizing and disclosing the information accurately. It is not a dramatic event on its own, but it adds a bit of clarity to the company's leadership structure. Looking at the bigger picture for Starbucks, the first half of 2025 has presented challenges. They have been dealing with softer consumer demand in the US and significant challenges in China. This has led to some pressure on their financial performance with sales growth slowing down. When executives depart, particularly in vital roles like legal, it is natural to wonder if it is related to these ongoing business pressures, or if it is part of a broader plan to refresh leadership. In a nutshell, this amendment is about finalizing the end date for Mr. Lerman's service as Chief Legal Officer and confirming his advisory role. It highlights the importance of clear and accurate disclosures to the SEC. While not a financial report, it's a piece of the corporate puzzle that shows how leadership transitions are managed. Now for my take on this, Starbucks is a giant and they have weathered many storms. This leadership change, while significant, isn't necessarily a red flag on its own, especially with the advisory role. It seems more like a planned transition than a crisis. However, it's happening at a time when the company really needs strong leadership across all departments to navigate its current business headwinds. The legal department's role in supporting international market strategies and potential restructurings is crucial. My assessment is that while this specific event is a procedural update, it's important to watch how the new leadership structure impacts the company's ability to innovate and execute its strategies in the coming quarters. The real test will be in how Starbucks' overall performance improves or falters in the wake of these changes and evolving market conditions. Alright, that is our quick decode of this Starbucks filing. What is your take on leadership changes in big corporations? Do they signal big shifts or just normal business? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for more straightforward corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching and see you in the next decode.